Hi everyone, I'm Suma and I'm here with Brandon. He's a senior sales partner at Volara Tech. And today we'll do a deeper dive into vibrational plates. Welcome, Brandon.
Absolutely, thanks for having me, Suma.
And one thing I want to quickly mention, this is happening at a Biohackers World Conference event here in West Hollywood in Los Angeles. So Brandon, tell us about how vibration plates fit into a modern biohacker's routine.
Absolutely. With Vibratech, specifically our company, our vibration plate is utilized for any kind of homeopathic wellness plan that's used for the body's natural healing protocols. My desire, as well as the owner of the company, is to see people out of pain more and off of opioids more and in hospitals less.
I see. And do these vibration plates, do you think they can replace everyday workout, or does it act more as a supplement?
I believe it acts more like a supplement. For most people, it will replace an everyday workout, like some of our cancer patients that just cannot put on muscle mass. One of the things that the vibration platform, specifically our Vibratech vibration plate, because it oscillates at 50 to 60 hertz on the frequency, what it's going to do is it's going to keep the body neuromuscularly and musculoskeletally under tension, which is what's going to improve overall autonomy, posture, and even the slow and fast switch muscle contractions.
Very fascinating. And what do you think is the science behind it? Why is one able to get a 1 hour workout just by 20 minutes on these vibration plates?
Yeah, so the science behind the whole starting of vibration platforms was for the elimination of the bone deterioration and the muscle deterioration during the space race. First, the astronauts and the Soviets utilized it for preventing bone loss. And then the Americans had it engineered in their station as well to reverse the bone loss that had already occurred. Over the course of studies from other kinds of medical research facilities, medical journals, rehab journals, exercise benefits, what they calculated was that in 10 minutes of using a vibration plate of about 35 motor hertz or higher, which is going to create the muscle contractions, they saw that you get the same amount of isokinetic, which is the energy pushing muscles, and the isometric, which is the stability level muscles. You get the same amount of contractions and VO2 into the bloodstream as you would if you ran 40 minutes to an hour or a mile on a treadmill.
And the way the people are using some of these vibration plates, what are some of the common mistakes that people make?
Number one common mistake people make is either using it too much or not using it enough. So the astronauts would utilize it for about 3 hours, but they're in zero gravity. They got a lot of work to do in their body and a lot of time to do it. For everyone like you and me, we really don't have 3 hours to even go to the gym, let alone use a vibration plate. And so some people who don't get as mobile and walk around the neighborhood squat when they're picking stuff up, they'll use the vibration plate for 2 hours in a day and then wonder why their body hurts the next day, because they've activated a lot of small muscles that have actually been under tension for a while without providing the protein or the rest. The other side is people who don't use it long enough and say, well, I didn't lose weight. Well, every clinical study needs you to use it more than 30 minutes a day if you want to lose weight.
And what is that optimum time? You said 30 minutes is the optimum time for most of us?
15 to 30 minutes, absolutely. Each session, you don't really need more than an hour a day.
And are there any techniques you can use to enhance your time on vibration plate?
Yes. So what it does is it helps to create anywhere from 5 to 30 independent muscle contractions every second. So if you're to do push-ups on it, this is going to work out those upper back muscles that some people have problems working out when they're laying on a flat bench press machine in the gym and trying to push up. So when they're pushing down on the vibration plate, those upper shoulder and back muscles are getting incorporated for stability too, and it enhances the performance as well.
And you can do strength training on vibration plate, or do you recommend just using it as it is rather than trying to stack other modalities?
I absolutely recommend strength training. One of the singular most important things you can do is to strengthen your lower body, because that improves life longevity. So I recommend people, when they're at home and they have 5, 10, 15-pound dumbbells or the little kettlebell balls, to literally hold on to them and squat while they're on the vibration plate. This is going to incorporate 100 different muscle groups in the body. and it's going to work to improve better synergy. So while the body's under tension and stability in one area, you're building the mass of the muscle in another area too.
Amazing. And yesterday morning, we kind of briefly touched upon this. The pricing of these plates, like some of them are super expensive in the range of higher $2,000 or $3,000, whereas there are some you can find on Amazon for like $300. What's the difference, do you think?
It's the same reason that you came here today in a vehicle and not in a golf cart, right? I mean, what would be the number one reason why you did not pick a golf cart to drive here today?
Too slow.
Too slow, right? Well, why is it too slow?
It's just not equipped with that kind of strength.
It's not equipped with that kind of strength. Now, as far as safety reasons, you get arrested for driving it on the highway in almost any city in the United States because it's not street legal. So there's a reason why the golf cart is $2,000, $4,000, and a Toyota Prius is going to be in the $20,000 range. Their motors just provide different things. And so when you find a machine on Amazon for $300, $400, their motors just don't follow that frequency guideline to stimulate the blood circulation through vasodilation of the blood vessels, to reduce arterial stiffness. It's not going to activate the osteoblast to reverse bone loss. But more importantly, you need about 35 hertz to actually stimulate muscle contractions, and the ones on Amazon just won't do it.
So is the main factor, is it the quality of vibration that's adding a difference in pricing?
Absolutely. The minimum that you need is going to be about 30 hertz. So you'll find those machines that are anywhere from 2,800 and higher, and they're going to start at about 30 hertz. Some of them might be in the 3,000 range and start at about 25 hertz, but at the end of the day, on the upper level echelon of their frequency, they're going to eclipse the 30 hertz, which is going to provide the therapeutic muscle tonality, osteoblast production and the bone density that you need.
And have you heard this idea of dirty electricity, where the way some of these cheaper machines are working, it could actually harm your body? I don't know if it's like a misconception or it's just that it's slow and it's not as effective.
Yeah, it's definitely slow and not as effective. However, there are contraindications on some of those cheaper machines. So obviously you're way too young for this, but back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they had these belts that went around women's waists and would just kind of shake them. Well, two things that it did. It created a lot of lacerations and burning and peeling of the skin, and it also really jarred the spine out of place. So in the zero gravity places, when they use an oscillation platform, the body looks like it's just moving back and forth in place because there's no resistance. So they thought that just moving the body is what created weight loss and muscle building, which wasn't the case. Now, with some of these other cheaper ones too, they're not going to be strong enough to create that contractions in the body, but because of their vibration level frequency too, in the kind of motor or essentially the system that the motor operates at, it can be actually very arduous and actually even detrimental to your joints, like your knees, even your back. If you already have a herniated disc, a slip disc, this can actually help hurt it more.
That's very interesting to know. So there is a possibility, and maybe the machine that Vollara Tech is offering, it adds some safety. Or
Vibratech? Yeah, Vibratech. Okay. Yeah.
Vollara Tech?
Vibratech. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll edit that out.
As well.
So Vibratech, does it add some kind of safeguards in there to protect the physical body from those kind of damages?
The safeguard that's been provided is the fact that the motor is going to oscillate, which actually makes it much gentler on your joints than taking a natural step. That's why I've had tons of testimonials of people with C4 level spinal fusions, T4, C5, anywhere from L4 to S1. The hardware doesn't come loose. People with pacemakers have utilized it because it oscillates. It uses the same muscles your body needs with less impact as using an elliptical, a treadmill, or even a Stairmaster. And so already having that in place, operating at the frequency and the systematic nature the motor does is what we do for people who are bone-on-bone, spinal fusions, multiple surgeries, where they're actually going to see therapeutic benefits and not going to see anything that's going to be detrimental to their health.
Nice. Also, based on some of the conversations you've been having at the conference with people in general, what's been the general vibe towards technology like this? How are people receiving it?
I love being at the Biohackers World Conference in events like this because people are so receptive for it. People wonder why we're here. We tell them why we're here. It makes sense to them, and then we figure out what it is that they need to hear for them. And so it's been really great to educate people who have heard about it, have seen it, but also to deal with some of the misconceptions like, well, the pricing is all the same. The machines are all the same. Well, why would I use this over another? Those value building questions, because that's what we at Vibratech believe in doing. That's why our website name is healthisfreedom.com, because we care about building the value in you to utilizing it so you find the value in the product for your longevity.
Nice. And apart from your technology that that was demonstrated at the conference, were there any other technologies or innovations that stood out for you that looked promising?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, things on like genetic snipping is very key too. Knowing how to be able to read your specific DNA, it stands out because, we're not all a one size fit all when it comes to certain things, even if you're under the same genetics. So I definitely love seeing, people who have actually a real passion for DNA and genetics and being able to effectively provide the efficacy of it and the delivery of it in a very expedient, affordable, and very informative environment too.
Yeah, there's a lot of new cutting edge innovations that are demonstrated here at the conference. It's so informative, and I really appreciate you for bringing new insights into how actually vibration plates work and the difference in the quality of workouts. So thank you so much. I hope I was able to cover most of the key points, or if there's anything I missed you would like to share with you.
No, I think you did a great job, and of course, obviously articulating some of the questions. These are normal people's responses. I would almost say you sat in the booth and heard me talk to people all day based off of the way, we communicate. Because these are those questions that, people who are watching, people who are trying it out, these are the questions that they have. These are the answers they need to hear. These are the delineations and the differentiations they have to have too. And of course, in incorporating it with their cold plunges, to reverse, stem cell shots, they can get very expensive, and figuring out their DNA and their genetics, like these are the things that matter. So, I think that anybody who wants to get one should try one. But obviously, I think that they'll be more informed now by, just being in your network of knowing, hey, maybe I can stay away from the Amazon ones and I can invest a little bit more.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a good advice. Where do you think this is going, the future of vibration plates? Do you see the tech keep on evolving, or are there any other things that you would be stacking?
There definitely will. So we believe in the biotech world for sure. Like I said, homeopathic and ability to help the body heal naturally. Stem cell regeneration is key. The good news about this is that it's that good old motto: if it's not broke, why fix it? And that's what I see with vibration plates. And I just see us evolving in our way of presentation and getting it in front of the people in the experiential trials that people will get to use behind the efficient studies that have already been done. And I think, marketing, advertising, the space is growing back for vibration plates. They're in gyms, chiropractic facilities. They're getting them in schools now too. So they're getting young athletes on them. I see this continuing to evolve in a very, very great manner.
Exciting. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing all this valuable information. I wish you big success. I think you have a very exciting product.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Brandon.
Okay guys, if you missed Chicago, if you missed Los Angeles, it's okay, no panic, because we have the same event in Miami early November. Really come, it's an amazing community. We learned so much, and even if you think you're a biohacker who knows everything, believe me, you will learn something in Miami.